Hi guys, Sportsia news briefs. Barca do not lose faith in Messi. Xavi ready in case he returns. Messi receives another accolade, on course for his 8th Ballon d'Or. Arsenal preparing €70 million Caicedo offer. Chelsea have spent more in January than the rest of the big leagues combined. Endrick to play his first final after Madrid transfer. Richarlison, an unexpected fan of Lucas Moura who ended up asking for his jersey. NFL Chiefs TE Travis Kelce suddenly questionable for AFC Championship game due to back injury. Now the news in detail. Barca do not lose faith in Messi. Xavi ready in case he returns. Argentine Leo Messi is one of the players whose contract expires in June. He could leave the Parc des Princes for free in a few months' time if the club doesn't do anything about it. Regarding the possible renewal of the 10 feet, there are various opinions. According to the latest reports, he could sign for 1 or 2 seasons at any time. However, that is not what Gerard Romero of Giants believes. The journalist went on TUDN and said that, for the moment, Messi has not renewed. If the information has leaked out that he is going to do it, he said, it is because his father is saying it because it is what he wants. But the player has been telling his inner circle after the World Cup that he doesn't have the feeling to continue for another year. Added to that is the fact that, according to this source, Messi and Mbappe don't see eye to eye, no matter how much PSG say so. But that, in any case, will not influence the Rosarinos' decision either. Gerard Romero stresses that, in addition to Barca, Messi has other options on the table, playing in Argentina or in the MLS. That is what the striker has to consider. He points out that, due to the economic situation of the Barca coffers, perhaps the Barca option does not seem the best, but he recalls the relationship that Leo Messi's family has with Barcelona. This fact could tip the balance in favor of the Gules. If he decides to return, Xavi would be waiting for him, as he is ready to have him in his ranks if the striker wants him to. Messi receives another accolade, on course for his 8th Ballon d'Or. The first half of the previous calendar year might have not been ideal for Lionel Messi, but the Paris Saint-Germain was the one to have the last laugh, as he led Argentina all the way to World Cup glory. Messi is considered as the main favorite to win this season's Ballon d'Or award, but in the meantime he has topped the Guardian's list of the 100 best footballers in the world in 2022. After a low-key 2021-22 season, his first at PSG, no one knew quite what to expect from Messi in this World Cup interrupted campaign, the British publication argued. However, he came back after the summer firing on all cylinders. There were goals or assists in all but 4 League One games he played before the World Cup, and in Qatar, of course, he led Argentina to glory for the first time since 1986. Messi was named the MVP of the World Cup after scoring 7 goals and recording 3 assists throughout the tournament. He is now in pursuit of his 8th Ballon d'Or award, one which he would surely win if he helps PSG win the first Champions League title in their history. Arsenal preparing €70 million Caicedo offer. Brighton rejected Chelsea's €62 million offer for midfielder Moses Caicedo, after he asked, on social media, for the club to let him go. Therefore, Arsenal will go over the Seagulls' asking price to get the Ecuadorian on board. Chelsea have spent more in January than the rest of the big leagues combined. After Todd Boehly invested €460 million in improving the squad with a record amount in one season, Chelsea's priority is to sell players. Among them are Christian Pulisic and Hakim Ziyech, but now the German Kai Havertz has also been mentioned. The Blues have made a historic investment, spending more than the rest of the Big Four leagues. In January, the London club invested €178.5 million in Mudryk 70 plus 30, Badiashile 38, Madueke 35, Andre Santos 12.5, Datro Fofana 12, and João Felix 11. This figure becomes even more impressive if we compare it with the rest of the top leagues. Between the Bundesliga 49.4, La Liga 24.1, League 1 19.3, and Serie A 9, they barely add up to 101.8 kilos. Even adding the Primera Liga 22.3 and the Eredivisie 17 does not reach that figure 141. On top of that, Chelsea are the first team in history to spend over 400 million in transfers in a season. It is worth remembering that the market is not over for the British team, as they reached an agreement with Olympique Lyon for the transfer of Malo Gusto. The London team will pay around 30 million for him. Endrick to play his first final after Madrid transfer. Flamengo and Palmeiras play this Saturday the Brazilian Super Cup, a title that the Cariocas face as an important step in their preparation for the Club World Cup and that, for their opponents, will serve to test Endrick in a match of utmost importance. It will be the young talent's first final after his move to Real Madrid was announced. Richarlison, an unexpected fan of Lucas Moura who ended up asking for his jersey. Players' injuries are the cruel part of this sport called football, a fact that makes you stop for a while out of obligation and try to reduce the recovery time as soon as possible. Lucas Moura felt like a footballer again after more than 2 months on the sidelines. The striker played a match with Tottenham U21s in order to get a feel for the game and even scored a goal. However, the highlight of this story was the particular supporter that the Brazilian had in the stands. It was Richarlison, who was at the stadium watching his compatriot's performance. The friendship between Lucas Moura and Richarlison is very strong. So much so that the 9 joked with him and asked him for his shirt at the end of the match with a banner, pretending that he was a normal fan. NFL, Chiefs TE Travis Kelce suddenly questionable for AFC Championship game due to back injury. The Kansas City Chiefs might be without Travis Kelce for the AFC Championship game on Sunday. Kelce, despite being a full participant in practice Friday, was a late addition to the team's injury report. He was listed as questionable for the game against the Cincinnati Bengals due to a back injury, though specifics of that injury are not yet known. While it seems likely he will play, barring any setbacks between now and Sunday afternoon, the Chiefs would be missing a big part of their offense should Kelce be sidelined. Kelce had 1,338 yards and a career-high 12 touchdowns this season, his 9th in Kansas City. He had 98 yards and 2 touchdowns on 14 catches in last week's divisional round win over the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Chiefs also listed receivers Mecole Hardman and Justin Watson as questionable. Hardman is dealing with a pelvis issue, and Watson missed practice Friday because of an illness. For more sports updates, please keep watching our YouTube channel Sportsia or visit our Twitter handle.